Libra, hi. So this is going to be a reading for August 10th through the 16th, and I'll take a look into your recent past, your current energies, and your immediate future. And then I'll close it off with a couple of cards from the universe for you. And these are general readings, so they may not resonate for all of you. If they do, there is an extended. At the end of the video, you can check out the link for that in the description box below if you want. Let's see, Libra. Okay. The overall energy for the reading, the Judgment card. Kind of split here with this one because it almost comes through for me as a choice you're making, but looking at the reading, I'm not necessarily seeing that. I do see a sense of growth, a sense of, kind of things working out in a particular situation, just piling up in a good way. I don't know. We shall see. But in the recent past, the Death card, the Five of Swords, the Eight of Cups. You're coming through with the clear sense of, I'm done with that bullshit. I don't know what kind of bullshit we're talking about, but that's kind of how it's playing out, like some sort of bullshit. And then, not only are you done, it completely doesn't faze you anymore. Like it doesn't affect you, whatever is going on there, because you're completely cut off from it. But yeah, kind of definitely characterizing this as bullshit. Okay. In the current situation, the Seven of Pentacles, the Four of Wands, the Empress. Yeah, there's a connection here to something or someone. I don't know what's going on here, but it's looking like progress. It's looking like things are heading in a good direction. You feel really good about it. Things are looking up here. Now, in the immediate future, the Four of Cups, the Six of Cups, the Queen of Wands. You're showing me a soul connection here, and you're showing up as being upset about something that has to do with the soul connection. But you do keep quite the positive spirit to yourself there. You're kind of like, okay, it's gonna be okay. Despite the fact that something about this upsets me, it's gonna be okay. Okay, good. Now, let's clarify. Let me do the Judgment card. The Moon, the Seven of Wands, the Two of Wands. Oh. Somebody's subconsciously delaying something here. There is a part of consciousness there. There is a part of recognizing that from time to time, while they reject this progress to something, they're also coming in saying, I know. And then they keep on going, rejecting it. Who's doing that? Somebody's sabotaging something here. Not intentionally. Their intention is completely opposite of sabotaging this, but for some reason they're showing up as, I'll just stand in the way of this a little bit, which delays things. It's not going to stop the progress of whatever is going on here. It's just going to delay it. They don't want to, though. Okay, let's do the Death card. For the Death card in the recent past, you get the Knight of Cups, the Ace of Swords, the Devil. I mean, no matter how much you tried here, and I see you're trying, with the greatest intentions in the world, it just kept on backfiring in a nasty, nasty way, whatever this is. So it's just, it just wasn't working out. To the point of I'm done with even trying anything. I'm not sure if at some point I think it even drained you, because I see you trying something here over and over and over again, and the same intentions, the best intentions, and then it just keeps on coming back in a nasty, nasty way. Yeah, I think it just drained the hell out of you until you said no more. None of this anymore. For the Five of Swords, you get the Hermit, the Nine of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, it was supposed to kind of push you in the direction of putting yourself first. So you were going to try, but, how much are you going to try until you realize, hey, this is about how this makes me feel, and it makes me feel like crap. And it's been making me feel like crap for a while now. So when do I say stop? When do I say enough is enough? When do I choose myself over this situation? And eventually you did, but for the longest time you didn't, and that's where the deception shows up. But again, that was the ultimate lesson out of that experience, so ultimately you did get there. Let me do the Eight of Cups. Of course, the King of Wands, the Four of Cups, the Eight of Swords. Yeah, it was just not working out for you. It was just, and it depleted you. It took all of your energy that you had available for that situation. And I feel like, again, it happened a while ago, even before you established that no more. You know? It just consumed you by the looks of it, until you had nothing left to give. No matter if you still were showing up with, okay, let's keep doing this. Okay, let's keep trying. Okay, yeah, there was nothing there anymore to give for this. So that's when things might have took a turn, and eventually, if you did get to the lesson of this experience, you started giving to yourself, you know, to bring back up your energy. For the Seven of Pentacles, in the current situation, you get the Hangman, the Five of Swords, the Ace of Wands. You're the one that's sabotaging this. Not willingly, not intentionally. You're not coming in here and saying, oh yeah, I got something working for me, so let me fuck it all up. No. And it's not fucking it all up. You know, it's just a little bit of a sabotaging energy where, again, I do see something coming together here. And I do see something nice building out of this. For some reason, you're showing up as knowing that you got to do something, but you're not doing it. Let's say, I don't know, let's say you're working with someone on something, and it's your job to take care of who the fuck knows what today. And you got nothing to do today. You can do that, but you find something. It's like, wait a minute. I got to take care of something that has to be done before, I don't know, the end of the month. And it's like, okay, but you got quite a few more weeks before the end of the month, and you can do this today, and then you'll do whatever you got to do, something else, whatever that is. Like, you're finding reasons to occupy your time so that you don't go and do this for the, and I can't tell why. I think it's you. It might be whoever you're dealing with, but whoever this is, they're not doing it on purpose. They're not even realizing that, you know, to some extent, they're not even realizing that they're actually sabotaging this. You've got a certain amount of energy attributed to this situation, and you're taking something else outside of the situation to occupy that space that you have for this. And it's like, no, you can do it proper. Like, you don't have to, you know, mingle here energies. Let me do the Four of Wands, the Strength card, the King of Pentacles, the Empress. It just makes the situation, the progress is still here over whatever's going on here. It just makes it a little tough, a little bumpy, you know. So it's still happening. Things are still progressing. For some reason, somebody's complicating things without meaning to. And that's the sucky part, because I feel like to some extent they're not even realizing that they're doing that. They do have times in which they do recognize it, like, oh, yeah, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Maybe I should have, you know, stuck to the plan. For the Empress, you get the Three of Cups, the Six of Swords, the High Priestess. And it's somebody that has a little bit of a limiting belief over how easy it is. You know, when something is working out, there's a flow to it. And it makes it look like it's easy. And if we've dealt with things that aren't that easy most of our lives, we're not going to be used to that. We're going to be like, that's too easy. Let's make it a little more difficult. That's too easy. The flow is too flowy. What's going on here? I've never had this before, so let's fuck it up so that it's, you know, a little harder. Again, it's a subconscious type of a thing. So whoever had it in their lives, a little tough, a little bumpy in pretty much most of the things they were engaged with, yeah, when something comes along and it runs too easy, Let's make it a little harder. Not by a lot. Again, it's not going to interfere with this. The progress is still going to be here. But it's going to be more under the energy that whoever this is more used to. You know, a little more bumpy, a little harder, a little... And that's because of a limiting belief that things have to be hard. Things that are, you know, your heart's desire or something that matches with where you want to go, what you want to do. Yeah, it needs to be tough because that's how I've done it all my life. So that's how I'm going to do it. And again, that comes from a little bit of a limiting belief in which whoever this is tells themselves things that I really, really want are not easy to achieve. In the immediate future, for the Four of Cups, you get the Three of Swords, the Two of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups. Okay, there's a little bit of an issue here within the soul connection that I see here. There is love, there is desire for things to move in a good direction here, but something happened, maybe an argument, maybe a disagreement. It's something that's not sitting right with you especially, so something that upsets you based off of... And I kind of get the sense that you're trying to figure it out for yourself, kind of like maybe they did something, but it's not as bad as I have to take it up with them. Maybe it upset me because it touched something within me. So maybe I have to look a little bit deeper and deal with this situation all on my own. It looks a little bit like that, like you're pulling the energy in to you to see if, you know, something has been... a button has been pushed. And I think you'll figure it out eventually. For the Six of Cups, you get the Ten of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles, the World card. Yeah, it's because this looks solid, whatever this is. You know, it's either family or a best friend type of a situation. It's somebody close to home for you for sure. So as a bond, it looks pretty solid. Yeah, you may have, you know, a disagreement here or there, but it's usually handleable because the foundation of this is pretty strong to support little cracks here and there, you know. And you just want to kind of get over whatever this is, work through it, get over it, because there's such a strong foundation here, and just put it all behind you and everything's going to be great. That's the plan, at least. Let me do the Queen of Wands in the immediate future, the Magician, the Ten of Swords, the Six of Wands. Yeah, and I think you'll be successful here because you have your own methods of dealing with things. If something upset you and it has more to do with you, you are willing to go in that direction and figure out what the hell went on so that you can freely let that energy transmute and let it out of the way so that it doesn't impact the future of whatever this is. And that's exactly where you're going with this, and that's exactly what you're achieving, where at the end of it, I see you being quite successful in this, resolving whatever this is that upset you. So kind of like let it go. You know, you're coming in with the sense of just let it go. And you are. And you're doing it properly, too, in the sense of looking into yourself a little bit there to see if there's anything that's been pushed as a button that maybe shouldn't. From the universe for you, as a final advice, you get the Eight of Pentacles, the Lovers, the Three of Wands. This is very significant to you, whatever it is that you're dealing with in the current situation where the little saboteur is showing up here. It is getting delayed a little bit in the sense of if there's a goal for this to be achieved, you're still going to get there just a little later than as the natural flow to it would take you. And it is because, again, I feel like somebody's not used to things smoothly moving forward. They need to look for those bumps in the roads, and if they're not there, they're going to create them. It's just a limiting belief that's in there that's making somebody think that it can't be that easy. Well, maybe it is. You just got to let it, you know. Luckily, limiting beliefs, we can work through them and we can change them. We can turn them around. You just got to spot it. You just got to identify it and see where it's playing out and then just change it. But that's what I have for you. Hope this helped, and I'll see you next time. Bye.